Yeah, hi everyone. Greetings from National Skills Network. For some of you, or rather most of you who have been following us on our YouTube channel and on our social media channels, you would have seen that we have done a series of conversations with the principals and vice principals of several ITIs in India in collaboration with Quest Alliance. And we are very happy to see that most of these interviews have got good views and good responses and also good engagement. So we are continuing with the series. And today we have invited Mr. Shashank Sonal, who is the Vice Principal of ITI Delhi, ITI Jail Road Delhi. So welcome, sir, to this conversation. And to tell you a little bit about Mr. Shashank Sonal, he has a background in construction management. And then after a work experience of few years, now he's with the Department of Employment and Training in Delhi. And that's how he's connected with ITI Jail Road Delhi. So let's get started by learning more about this particular ITI. What is it that is very important on their roadmap right now and their achievements, and what are his dreams and what is his vision for this ITI?
Yes, thank you, ma'am, for having me on this interview. And good morning to all the viewers. I shall be
Yeah.
happy to answer your questions.
Yeah, so let's get started by asking you something about the popular courses at this ITI and why do you think they are popular?
Yes, see, at ITI Jail Road, we have around 24 trades in different domains. There are engineering trades as well as non-engineering trades. We have 15 engineering trades, which are basically the workshop trades, which we like to call them. And there are other 7 or 8 non-engineering trades. So if you ask me about the popular courses, I would say I would like to see all the courses at ITI Jail Road as falling in the category of popular courses. But if you will like to segregate them on the basis of, let's say, admission, intake, or placement, then I would like to name a few of the trades which are seeing 100% admissions as well as appreciable amount of placement. So some of them, if we call for workshop trades, then I would name trades like electrician, electronic mechanic, then mechanic motor vehicle is there. Then we have fitter, which is also in good demand in the industry. So all these trades are getting good admissions every year, as well as they are having appreciable amount of placement. In the non-engineering trades, we have computer operator and programming assistant, then fashion design and technology, which is a popular trade among the girl candidates. So all the trades I would name as the popular trades.
Okay. So is there something which is very unique about this ITI in terms of the courses? Like, is it something which is particular to the region or to the industry that you offer?
Unique, I would say it's located close to a few of the industrial areas. First of all, it is located in West Delhi. So we
Yeah.
are close to a few industrial clusters here,
Mm-hmm.
which are located near to this ITI.
Yeah.
So as far as unique, I would say, let's say we are offering a few industrial partnerships in some of
Mm-hmm.
the trades. Let's say all the ITIs in Delhi, they have entered into different kind of MOUs with industries. So in this area, we are having MOUs in automobile trades as well as food trades. We are having MOUs. So we are offering unique initiatives to the students through industrial exposure in these kind of trades.
Mm-hmm.
So this is unique. This is something unique about this ITI.
Okay, great. And what would be some of the top achievements? Like, I'm sure the students would have excelled in few things, or they would have, participated in competitions. So, what is it that you would like to share about this ITI?
Yes, as far as student achievements are concerned, every year we are getting a few of the state level toppers from our ITIs. Like last year in electronics mechanic trade, we had a girl candidate who topped in the Delhi state level in a respective final. That ITI passing out examination is there. So every year on the roll, we are getting a few candidates who are getting good achievements at the state level. Even on national level, we are having. Then as far as all the ITIs in Delhi are concerned, we are having one of the highest this ITI grade, if you are aware of that thing.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
DGT is having the grading of ITI. So we are having a relatively good grade among the Delhi level ITIs. We are having 2.62 of grading of
Okay.
in the phase 2 grading of ITIs. So that's among the highest grades in amongst all the ITIs of Delhi. So in that way, I can call it as an achievement of ITI Jail Road.
Yeah, that's very nice to hear, and congratulations. And for our viewers who are not aware of the grading of ITIs, this is based on the performance parameters that have been set by the Government of India, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship through DGT. In case you wish to know more, please visit the website of DGT where all the parameters and the grading details are provided. Mr. Shashank, now moving ahead with the industry partnership that you just mentioned, what
Right.
are some of the key industries and what are the sectors from which these industries have come forward to support the ITI? Because you are close to, let's say, for example, Haryana, you are close to, I mean, Faridabad, in Haryana, and then you have other clusters like you mentioned. So do you have partnerships, let's say, from automotive industry and others? And also, is it under something like an IMC?
IMC, I would not say IMC is still not existent at
Mhm.
our ITI, but we do have industrial partnerships. Like
Okay.
you mentioned about all the industrial regions close to this place. So particularly in automobile trade, we have MOUs with industries like Hyundai Motors, and we
Mhm.
have TVS Motors for two-wheeler trades. Then in electrician trade, we have MOUs with NBCC India Limited, electrician, plumber,
Mhm.
then carpentry trade we have. Amongst all Delhi government ITIs, there are only two ITIs which are running this particular trade. So we are also having MOU in that trade with NBCC India Limited. Then in food and food beverage services assistant trade, we have MOU with Hotel Crown Plaza. So these are some of the our main MOUs which we
Mhm.
are having at present.
Okay, and I'll ask you now a few very important things that are bothering many people around. When it comes to ITIs, one is the intake. Do you see that in Delhi, these government ITIs are steadily getting a good response from the students in terms of enrollment? And second one is how are they getting prepared to face the industry as soon as they walk out of the course? I mean, when they get their certificates, do they do apprenticeship, or is there any other special program that helps them to become employable?
Right, right. So as far as admissions are concerned, in the pre-COVID era, I would say there was almost 100% admissions were going on.
Mhm.
During COVID times, we have seen these numbers to fall a little bit, but still, as far as this year is concerned, we are having almost 100, close to 95%, I would say, admissions have happened across all the Delhi government ITIs. So the numbers are catching up again after COVID, as far as admission front is considered. If we talk about placements, we do have our training and placement office at ITI Jail Road, which is giving continuous full year support in terms of training and placement to the students. We
Mhm.
do have repeat employees every year, which are coming to us to hire candidates. So what we do as soon as the students, let's say they are reaching their last stages of the training and before their examinations, we prepare their database, and as soon as the industries come to us, we connect them both ways. So some of the industries, they like to come to the ITI for doing their campus interviews.
Mhm.
Other Some of the industries, they call in these candidates at their own setups.
Mhm.
So we do both ways. We provide candidates, like we are giving them this bridging between the industries and the candidates, so through our training and placement office. So that support we are giving every year to the candidates.
Okay.
And as far as the pre-placement training is considered, we do like Quest Alliance is one of the our partners. So for girl candidates, they are doing their soft skill training every year. So one of the support which we are getting from Quest Alliance is appreciable on this front.
Mhm.
Otherwise, also with our training and placement office, we are providing hand-holding support to the trainees every year. Even our trainers, they are quite like connected with the industry, so each year with their own contacts also, they are like helping the candidates to get placed in some of these industry. And we do have repeat employers every year which are
Mhm.
hiring candidates on yearly basis. Like some of the major employers, I would say, like our MOU partners are also there: TVS Motors, Hyundai, Then L&T India is also taking our candidates. Then Delhi Metro Railway Corporation. These are some of the prime employers which are hiring our candidates every year. And as far as some of the initiatives are considered, like apart from soft skill training, like we are also planning, I would say it's a very early stage, but there is a planning to set up a like model career center for the ITI students in Delhi region. So if that goes through, then these candidates will have a very good support from that model career center.
Okay.
It has been proposed at one of the ITIs. It's an relatively at early stage, but let's see if that goes through.
Yeah, that should be good because that will also educate them about the employment opportunities, in the market. And like you said, placement definitely has been a part of the program for ITIs, and it's good to hear that they get placed, in various industries. You just mentioned about COVID some time back, and we would like to know more about how this entire COVID experience has affected, the curriculum, the teaching processes, and then adopting technology. Most importantly, I'm sure you would have taken initiatives to, go ahead with e-learning courses and blended courses. So can you tell us a little bit more about this?
Yeah, like you said, before COVID, it was quite hard to go for online training in ITIs, because you also know that ITIs are more about the physical training.
Right.
The candidates have to have work hands-on experience with all the tools and equipments.
Yeah.
So it was very hard to imagine that ITIs would someday be like offering online courses to the students.
Yeah, that's true.
Like even if it was forced upon us, like we have done quite well in like switching to these online initiatives. We're offering classes through like Zoom platform, WhatsApp classes and all. So teachers have been like relatively better off in adopting to these latest technologies in like offering classes to their students. We have tried not to have a break in the learning of the students by providing them this online classes. There have been definitely some challenges, like many of our students are coming from such backgrounds that they do not have even smartphones or internet connectivity. So sometimes even our instructors at their own level, they have provided these things to the students. Quest Alliance has also been like helpful in providing these facilities to our students in some way. So I would not say we are quite there yet, but we did like try at our own level to provide the online learning activities for the students. We do have smart like gadgets in our ITIs also, like smart boards to like facilitate training to the student. But sitting at home and having these online learning for ITI student, it was a good I would say it was a challenge for ITI's ecosystem also. It was quite like a hard thing to imagine that ITIs someday would be offering online courses to students. We do have many online good resources available at portals like Bharat Skills and all.
Bharat Skills.
Students are already using them. Even our own instructors at their own level, they have made good small demonstration videos in their labs and shared with the students. So apart from those online resources, at our own ITI level, instructors are doing these things, offering short videos. Like they would be working in their labs, recording their training activities, and then they would be sharing with the student so that they get a certain amount of exposure in their own lab in which they are admitted, and they would be like training later on.
Yeah. So I think all this has helped you in, keeping the continuity, like the progress, right, of the courses. And because the moment they get a break, it's very difficult to get them back on track. And
yes,
also,
and as far as Delhi is considered, it was even harder, like because last year we had number of closures due to different events. Sometimes that Delhi pollution was also a challenge. Right. So ITIs were closed for like almost a month. Then it opened again. Then we had third phase of COVID. So it is also hard for the students also to like maintain a continuity. But we are trying at our level best, whatever best we can give them.
Yeah, so what has been your experience like portals like Bharat portal or Bharat Skills, that is, and then Nimi is one more. Do students and trainers, for trainers, I think C Star I also has some online material and online, things to catch up with, like resources. So how do you see this adoption in terms of, the ease of accessing this, even the trainers, I would say. So do you see a positive trend here?
Yes, some of the trainers have been like relatively better in using all these online resources to upgrade their own skills. We
Mm.
have pedagogy training initiatives for trainers also through the Tata Strive Siemens initiatives there. So they are also conducting several skill upgrade training for the trainers also.
Okay.
At their own levels also, they have been quite open in adopting to the like newer resources, in upgrading themselves, in what better like teaching experience they can provide to their own trainees. So some of our instructors have been quite good in adopting to these new initiatives at their own level also.
Mm.
And at even at ITI management level, we are trying to like, apart from soft skill and pedagogy training, we're also like trying to identify such resources where we can send our trainers to have their own hard skills also upgraded, because
Mm.
industry is changing quite fast, so our trainers
Right.
also need to upgrade themselves. So we are
Mm.
trying to identify some of our training partners for
Okay.
the trainers.
Okay. And when you talk about, the students passing out of this ITI, of course,
Yes.
you have not spent a lot of time yet in this particular ITI, but you would have seen a few things happening at your ITI regarding how you guide the students for future. Like one is like apprenticeship, as I said. Second is, of course, placement. And third, and most important is, we don't want students from ITIs to see this as a dead end where they just do this certificate and then they don't know what else to do. In case they have dreams to, have a good career and further their education, do you also guide them and counsel them, let's say, for example, how they can do a bridge course to go, for example, to, to get a 10+2 kind of certification, the equivalence aspect of it. So are there any measures being taken from your ITI?
Yes, we have been guiding students in these initiatives also, like how
Mm.
to, if you mentioned about equivalence also. So we are also getting such correspondence from our headquarters also, like
Mhm.
Directorate of Training and Technical Education, that you keep motivating your students to like, if they want to further pursue higher studies also, you can guide them in that way.
Right.
We have been getting good support from the directorate also on this level.
Mhm.
So we are also open to our student trainees. Whatever questions they have, we like to handhold them and guide them in whatever best way we can. Okay, so all these things we like, instructors are the first medium who are guiding their own trainee. So whatever information we are having at our own management level, we are passing them to the instructors, and they are the best resource person in guiding the trainees.
Mm.
So that kind of support we are always giving to our trainees. And particularly Delhi is actually, it's more of a service kind of industry,
Yeah.
right? So the workshop trades, they are getting placed in far off regions also. So
Mm.
sometimes the candidate trainees are not open to like move out from their existing base and go to those areas also. So we
Mm.
are also guiding them about the challenges. Like first of all, they at least need to join somewhere, see how the industry is responding. Okay,
Yes.
so that kind of mentorship we are definitely giving to the student.
I think that's most essential because,
Yes.
getting placed.
Sometimes their
uh,
initial hesitation that should be broken off. At least they
right.
should join somewhere and then see like how the industry is open to them, what skills they have gained, how they are useful in that particular kind of industry. Do they need any kind of extra support? And sometimes these trainees do come back to us. Okay,
Mhm.
like, let's whatever was taught to us is at this ITI, was it sufficient or not sufficient? So these also are our feedback
Right.
in like helping us to improve further in our training programs.
Yeah, I think that's also a very good feedback mechanism which can be integrated, when the students come and tell you what has worked and what hasn't. But most importantly, like you mentioned, it's important for them to get that first level industry experience and then decide, I think, whether they wish to continue in a particular job or not. But also, like the counseling and the mentorship which you mentioned is also, I think, absolutely very essential, because they might have to go out of their area, the region from where they come, go to different places where they get a job. Now, most importantly, towards the end of our conversation, I would like to hear from you your advice to the students, the current students who are pursuing ITI courses, could be in any ITI in India, or those who wish to get into this stream and then explore various skill-based courses that can help them get employment as soon as possible.
Great, great. So first of all, to all the students who have taken admission into different ITIs, they must associate themselves fully with their courses. They should not treat it as some option which they were forced to pursue in the absence of any other good initiatives or good career choices. So first, the ITI courses should be aspirational for them. They definitely should see that after pursuing these ITI courses and completing their certificates, they are going to have a career in the particular stream. So this should be their focus. Secondly, as far as vocational education in the country is considered, like after the introduction of the new educational policy and the focus on the vocational education, the things are definitely going to change. We are certainly hoping on that front. Like vocational education should get a good amount of acceptance in the society also. So on that front, the students definitely have to be a messenger in that context. So whatever ITI, whatever course they are pursuing, they should be quite willing to do that, and they should continue in that stream definitely. So in the future, they will be having good career options in those streams particularly.
Yeah, that's a very, motivating and inspirational advice to all the students, because you mentioned 2 or 3 very important developments that have happened in the last couple of years. One is the new education policy, which is talking about vocationalization of education and mainstreaming vocational subjects. And second and most important is making it aspirational. And that's the motto for NSN. Also, our entire team always, works towards this, and we dedicate all our efforts to make it aspirational and find out how we can do it. Like you said, students are the brand ambassadors, and these students, like also you mentioned about taking up an ITI course by choice and not by force. I think that's one of the most positive and strong messages that's coming from you today. So thank you so much, Mr. Shashank Sonal, for talking to us today. We'll be in touch with you and would like to learn more about how things go at ITI Delhi Jail Road. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am, for having me.